Guys, I'm looking at this bee. Do you guys see this thing? Wait, fuck. He's looking at us. She probably is looking at us. Oh my god, this is the most precarious way that I've ever set up a camera, and I can't believe it's working. I'm on my my roommate's roof right now, and I just had some thoughts about bees. So I was looking at a bee just there. And I was thinking about how, like, bees can fly. Stay with me. I'm a human, I think. I can't fly. And the idea that I could fly using only my body. So I'm just like paranoid about people listening to me because I'm like in public outside, but whatever. The idea that I could fly with my body without being on a plane or like a huge bird or something, like that idea is crazy to me. And some animals probably can't even, have never had any reason to imagine if they couldn't fly. This is a very tilted roof. It's a weird, I'm sitting in a weird place. And bees. So I was thinking about, like, I don't know if bees would do this, but they're able to hover. So I know that dragonflies can move their wings in figure eights. And hummingbirds do a similar thing. I think it's no. Well, I don't know about dragonflies. They probably can do figure eights. The fact I actually know about dragonflies is that they can control each of their wings individually. So that's pretty crazy. And hummingbirds do a figure eight thing, and they're able to hover like that. And they have to, like their metabolism, I don't even know if metabolism is the right word, but they have to be going so fast. And by they have to be going, I don't mean like they're literally going fast, but their body is working extremely fast. Their heartbeats are beating extremely fast. I mean, their hearts are beating extremely fast. So I was thinking about bees, specifically like those big, like fat bees, and how they almost look like drones. I guess because I watched the movie Uglies yesterday, and in that movie there's these like surveillance drones, and I've been just like freaking out a little bit about surveillance because of that, and just in general, surveillance is freaky. What can I say? But so the bees, I was imagining like, like in sci-fi movies, they just have these devices or like inventions just because like they're like, well, we could, so we did. And I was thinking about like in the Hunger Games, they have all this genetically modified animals like the bees. Oh, fuck, I just got dizzy. Like the bees. So there's one right there. I don't know if you can see it. So it almost looks like a transport device. And the wings beat so powerfully that like when it flies over the water, there's like a puddle of water right there. Can you see that? No, I don't. No. There's a puddle of water, imagine, if you will, a puddle of water on a roof, on a slanted roof that then flattens out, and into more flat what the fuck? Spot area. And imagine that it has been raining for like 3 days. So even though it's been sunny for the past like hour or so, the ground is wet, water is just like dripping off of things. It's actually been sunny for longer than an hour. It's been sunny for long enough for this part to be dry, but for there to be a puddle of water down there. But now it's pretty sunny and super nice, and it really changes everything when it's like nice out. So I was thinking, like, why haven't they made, made bees as machines? Why haven't they made machines that are bees? Like they did in Black Mirror and they did in the Hunger Games, and like, why haven't they done that? And then I was like, not that I would want them to. Why the fuck would I want that? That sounds terrible. Yeah, and I really hope that we don't do that. And there are some things that we should not use science for, and one of those things is bees that are worse. Yeah, so then I was thinking about, because I've been listening to the audiobook of The Three Body Problem. I love to reference media, I guess. Like, sorry to make this inaccessible to people that don't know these. Well, it's not. I'll explain it to you a little bit. But I've been listening to the audiobook of The Three Body Problem. And that's like a futuristic world that's very easy to imagine, which is a really interesting, one of my favorite like sci-fi things to read about is like a future that you're like, wait, did that happen? Or is that happening? Or not? And I have to like Google like political figures that they're talking about, because I'm like, wait, is that a person that I've heard of? But it's like not. But it's like, they are talking about like real corporations or like organizations. The two like that I remember them talking about in the book that are like definitely real are like the Rand Corporation and NATO. And it's super wild to just hear like they talk about like this report from like this guy that works for NATO. And I'm like, okay, reports are real, NATO is real, is this guy real, is this report real? It's just like feels very like parallel with reality, and it's just so interesting. So anyway, I love sci-fi, I love bees, and I love science, and I really think we should not genetically, what the fuck, scratch genetically, we should not make robots that are bees. We should not make drones that are bees, and we should not create terrifying surveillance things that we see in sci-fi movies. Yeah.